Well, we've arrived. We're here. It's Metal Immortal Fest. I'm ready to hit the stage. Oh, it feels good. The anxiety's only hitting me just now. 10 minutes before we play is like the only time when I'm actually like starting to get nervous. Yeah, I don't get anxiety a lot, so it's this funny feeling where I just want to shake it out of my body. It needs to exit, like, go. All right, let's go see what's going on. My name is Deborah Levine. I grew up and have lived in Pittsburgh my whole life. I am the singer for Lady Beast.
And I'm Chris Trichler. I'm a rhythm guitar player in Lady Beast.
And we are now the new organizers of a festival here in Pittsburgh called Metal Immortal Festival. The Metal Immortal Festival is actually kind of celebrating our 10th year of being a band. So our first show, not at a party or a basement, was June 8th, 2009 at Howlers in Bloomfield. Yeah, this is a pretty monumental, I guess, like milestone in our lives. I think from us just playing so many of them, we realized there's a lot of cool stuff going on the East Coast, but not like a fest for us, you know? Like, there are Doom Fests.
Maryland Death Fest.
Descendants of Crom Fest here in Pittsburgh, Maryland Death Fest, Skull Fest, Dusty Hannah's Punk Fest, that's also here, super rad. But, you know, there was just like I felt like there was no fest for us, like, where I just want to go see some heavy metal, you know? So we would travel to Legions of Metal Fest in Chicago, a Spring Bash in Milwaukee. But, you know, it wasn't until we went out to Frost and Fire in California where we were like, dudes, we were sitting there at a little bungalow, you know, California. And I was like, you know, we need to do this. Like, we need to do a freaking fest.
We throw our own festival in Ventura, California. It's called Frost and Fire. We had Lady Beast out last year, and that kind of like inspired them to kind of throw this sort of thing and do a festival.
And it's so funny because we were there in October. And seriously, I was having the artwork drawn up for the fest flyer in December. Mm-hmm. So
when Deb decides on something, she moves, man. Like, there's no, just get out of her way.
I was up in Pittsburgh last October for a record release party for another band, Icarus Witch. And I was staying with Deb and Adam at their house. And they told me about this idea that they wanted to do a true metal festival in Pittsburgh with some of the best Pittsburgh bands and some bands from elsewhere. And I just said, I don't even need to know who's playing. I'm in. I'm 100% in. You do it and I'll be here.
Like, between October and December, we had 9 bands confirmed. We had a venue. We had artwork in the process, and we knew that we were going to do this thing.
We've set up a bunch of shows.
Yeah, like when bands come
obviously.
through town, they always hit us up. But yeah, we've never rented.
This is probably the biggest undertaking.
There's not many people doing these kind of festivals in the United States. In Europe, it's a big thing, but it's well needed, and a lot of people don't have the balls to step out and to make this kind of thing happen. And it's a financial investment, and it's a lot of stress, and it's a lot of time and everything.
It's a lot of work, it's a lot of extra stress and all that kind of stuff, but that's what it's all about, is like inspiring each other to push forward and to go outside of your comfort zone and create something special for people to come from all over and have a good time with.
We raise money the hard way, and that's how we've always done our band too.
She did like this exercise class where people came, and it was like dance.
Yeah,
or
like
something?
so basically, like I
My
love
wife went
I love
to it.
dancing, and I also love like promoting good, healthy lifestyles.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot of dances, Zumba style, off the internet, and I taught a weekly Zumba class
She did
and
that?
raised hundreds of dollars. We did a
Like
fundraiser.
we did a thing where people donated prizes, and folks would come and bid on stuff. And
Yeah, a lot of the bands that are playing the fest, record labels,
Yeah.
friends that do amazing things. We had books, jewelry, records, clothing, artwork.
Yeah.
All of us took turns DJing, so we had a great fundraiser. But I think that's what people forget is like, you really don't need to have a lot of money to put something like this on, especially if you've been working at it for the last 10 years and really making sincere friendships and contacts. You just have to stay reasonable. We couldn't afford European bands this year. I reached out to a few. I was very surprised how much people cost, because sometimes we don't get paid anything.
Yeah, frequently.
Frequently,
we don't get paid.
We don't get paid, but labor of love. I realized, okay, I'll keep that in mind for next year, but we can't, instead of being like, I need to have this, like, it's just not me, So I was like, all right, we can't have this.
Yeah. Work with what you got.
Work with what you got, man.
I've been friends with her for a number of years, and the bands. I met Lady Beast when I had brought Lady Beast and Savage Master to Cleveland to play a show, and that's when we first hit it off. And from then, when you meet people, right away, it's like, this is a lifelong friend. It's not just an acquaintance or whatever.
Yeah, Debbie asked us to play, about a year ago. We played with them in Rochester, and I've been stoked to play this ever since. I've never played Pittsburgh. It's my first time here, my first time in the city, actually.
Yeah.
This is something that Pittsburgh needs. Pittsburgh is that blue-collar, rock and roll, hard-working kind of town. I'm really hoping that they're going to enjoy all of these bands that we're bringing to them, because it's going to be awesome.
We're here to see Lady Beast.
Lady Beast! Yeah, Lady Beast! What's going on? I'm Joe.
I'm Kenny.
We're the Long Island Chaos Gods. We're here, 7 hours away. We've been here since 4 o'clock in the morning. We traveled all the way here for this show. It's phenomenal. So much metal everywhere.
I'm Bo Baseman from Youngstown, Ohio. This is Metal Don from Harrisburg. We are here to see Iron Flame. Thank you.
Razor and Lady Beast.
My name is Darren Stout. Razor. Yeah. I like Razor a lot.
Night Demon. That's what we're here for. Night Demon. And Fatal. And Iron Flame. And Destructor. All of them. Yeah. It's a metal party.
We're here mostly for Razor. They're phenomenal. Canadian
And Night
thrash
Demon.
things.
And Night Demon.
Night Demon from California. Oh my God, great stuff.
Who are you here to see?
Metal.
Everybody.
Savage Master.
Probably.
Destructor. Lady Beast.
Night Demon I've never seen. Razor is a band I never thought I'd get to see. We don't get a lot of festivals like that. It's like, so this is pretty cool.
And then you got Destructor from Ohio. They've been around since '85. It's showing up tonight. It's going to be great.
Once I saw Razor was on the bill, like 16-year-old me, giddy. It was Razor. I've been like sweating about even meeting those guys for a while.
So much metal. How could you beat this?
Fantastic.
It is fantastic.
So, like, these are all people that are our friends, we've played with before, in that I felt could be achievable for, like, the first time putting a huge event on like this, you know? I feel like it's a great opportunity to share this message that metal isn't just for one ethnicity, it's not just for one gender, it's not just for one age group, it's literally for anyone who wants to, like, take it in and feel the music and hear the message and spread the message. I feel like, I mean, I don't know if country and all those other genres are like that, but I mean, it's really a tight, like, family. When we go to a city and we play a show and make a friend there, dude, that's like a friend for life.
You see them 2 years later and you pick right up.
Dude, and you hug, you know, it's weird. Like, we connected through metal and it's almost just as strong as any kind of friendship or relationship.
It's created a community, a worldwide community. I go to shows all over the world. I go to shows all over the US, all over Europe, and wherever I am, I see people I know, I see friends, there's a community, and it makes the biggest difference in my life. So it's not just the music itself, it's this brotherhood, this brother and sisterhood, this family that we have that makes it so special.
We're all freaks. We're all misfits. We all need a place to belong, right?
I've met 3 people I know from the internet that I've never met in real life.
Yeah, so this is cool. So this is
far.
It's a lot of fun having a lot of camaraderie and everything, and you know, get to meet.
Bringing everything.
Right, it is very much.
For years, I met him at a Pentagram show 100 years ago.
Destructor, Tim and I, we're friends with like all of the bands that are playing, so it's just kind of like a family reunion, you know, of the best kind.
Each other our entire lives too, so I don't know. It makes for a different writing experience and band atmosphere all around because we're all like best friends and family. And
it's just a benefit to meet awesome people that are like-minded all around anywhere we go. It's really cool.
You meet people. The music's really good. You usually have a fun time at a show. And it's a great thing.
Who are you?
I'm a friend of Dave's.
Well, who am I? Who am I?
You're a friend of mine.
I am so. I would say.
Sometimes.
I used to be a friend.
When Mike is making mistakes, he's a good friend of ours.
Right. But that's not very often because he's usually making mistakes.
Yeah,
As long as you are still having fun and you love what you're doing and you know you found people that you work good with, it's really limitless.
Yeah, I've been playing in bands since I was 16, and it's like my one thing that reminds me that the world isn't a terrible place. So that's why I continue to do it.
When you're out here doing a metal band like this, all bands probably, at some point the band is kind of your family because you're going to spend so much time doing this with this X number amount of people or whatever that they share a time in your life that doesn't really compare to other friendships and other, because it's such a hands-on kind of thing every day.
Yeah.
You know,
we share
ups, downs,
experiences.
whatever. Sleeping on the floor together.
Yeah.
anything's taking a risk. Like, we know we're taking a gamble putting on this festival.
Yeah.
How we're going to be able to cover those thousands of dollars is by having the people show up. Like, by relying on those fans that we know are loyal to all the bands playing, loyal to heavy metal. This is how it's going to succeed.
The camaraderie in the metal community is bar none the best that there is out there. When it comes to bands, when it comes to fans, everybody just wants to have a good time, and they want to, you know, listen to their favorite music, and they want to feel like they're a part of it, and they want to connect with you, and they want to have a piece of whatever you have going on. That's exciting for us, because if we didn't have that, we wouldn't be here doing it, and we wouldn't have anything. And
keep coming to shows, keep supporting and keep buying metal, because like metal would be like anything without the fans.
And all the metal fans, the metal community that is growing so strong, the traditional metal community in America, especially right now, that is really growing. You know, just keep that going as much as you can. Fight for it. Do your bands. Do everything you can to keep it alive.
Have fun. That's what it's all about.
Have a good time.
I think that I've always gravitated towards just kind of like rockin' vibes, the attitude of it, the triumphant, sometimes positive, like you can do it, you know, is like so like amazing. Like, it's funny, like, I don't know, you listen to metal and it actually like kind of gives you the feels in this weird way. Like, songs can either make you feel like you can do things, or they can make you feel sad, or they can make you feel scared, because like the story is so dark and crazy. And like, even still when I hear Iron Maiden's Wicker Man, like, even though I've heard it a million times, like when they say your time will come, I always like cry at work.
Yeah.
I'm just like crying at work, like singing along, because it just makes me feel so hopeful.
Yeah.
Still, that anything is possible, you know, and we wanna convey all those same feelings with our music. When you hear those guitar harmonies and they make your face scrunch up, like, oh, you know, that's a magical thing, you know, when music can make your face contort and make your head bang, you know, like uncontrollably. That's really a special thing.
Yeah, I mean that's like what draws me to it. Like in like a lot of the metal that we like, there is like kind of a running theme of like, you know, underdogs and unity, like friendship, like all those important things.
This music is the best music there is. It's the best music there ever was. It's the best music there ever will be. It does so many things for so many of us.
Metal brings people that don't fit in anywhere else, and we're just here to support each other.
I mean, I grew up listening to metal. I was always into horror, and they always seem to kind of overlap to some degree, so I've always been into it, always been into the darkness of it, so it was just something that I've always been attracted to.
You have to embrace the spirit of heavy metal, and the spirit of heavy metal is timeless.
The traditional scene is underground, but it's big underground, and there's a lot of people that really, really enjoy what we do.
Metal's fun. Don't take it too seriously.
Well, can you see these faces playing country?
We're trying to pick up chicks, and
I really have high hopes to eventually extend this out to become a way to inspire people to also just kind of give back on the daily. Maybe have like a Rain and blood drive. It would be awesome to if we had extra money to donate it to the Wildlife Center, to, you know, give Planned Parenthood,
Women's Shelter,
to get kids birthday cakes on their freaking birthdays. I mean, like, I really want to change the world like on a daily basis, and I feel like if we could just inspire people, that like every little bit really does help. And if we can do that through Metal Immortal Fest, it would even be that much greater.
So first up, I just want to say thank you to Lady Beast and to Deborah. She's done an amazing job. She's such a fantastic entertainer.
Yeah, she's just got great spirits. She's a really
totally.
And I'm so proud of her for doing this.
I do want to thank Deb too. She does great at everything she puts her mind to.
Deb is amazing.
I would like to just say thank you to Deb. What Deb managed to do here is really a wonderful thing, and she managed to have a fest where everybody was friends, and there was no rock star BS to anybody's attitude, And everybody got along, and we all had a great show. And people showed up and had a good time.
Everything went smoothly.
So more than anything, I think we owe something to Deb. Everybody here owes something to Deb
Oh yeah,
for making
it's
this
a great
happen,
thing
you know?
she's done.
The city does even.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I think
it's
they'll do more.
Definitely probably gonna spur things on
Yeah.
in the metal scene here. It's got to.
And it didn't hurt that they went out there and just kicked ass.
The event turned out to be a beautiful event. There's a lot of people here, especially for the first year for a festival. What else could you ask for? I mean, you know, it's great. So
It's a pretty good one, yeah. Very, very good one. Yeah.
Come next year. Dude, we just dipped our toes in. Next year, we're going to be jumping in full force. We're just very thankful that anyone has helped us and has showed interest. And thank you guys as well for just like doing this really fun thing. Yeah, this is super cool. Oh my God. Well, besides forgetting 3/4 of the words to a song and just not singing them at all, I think it went great. No one noticed. Oh,
Killer show.
great to
As
see you.
usual.
Thank you. Destructor's on next on
Lady
the
Beast
stage.
rocks! Lady Beast rocks! Rules!
You guys are too nice. Thanks, Dad.
Roll that beautiful D footage.
This is an important chain because this is the Night Demon symbol, and among the things that I do when I'm with Night Demon is I'm their mascot, and the mascot comes out with the robe and the skull, and they've got a song called The Chalice. I'm talking to help you with your levels. And they've got a song called The Chalice, and so the mascot comes out with the chalice and drinks from the chalice. But anyway, this necklace with the symbol is outside the robe. And when I'm not there, they have somebody else do it, but nobody else has this. So you always know if it's me being the mascot because of the chain.
Yeah, I know. We would have been here even if we weren't playing. The fact that we can play, it's pretty awesome. The opportunity is great. I probably should put my quesadilla away.
We were 5
Kindergarten.
years old when we met. Now, were we friends then? Well, I actually have a Valentine thing that he gave me when I was 5. I still have it. Unbelievable. I don't know how I got it, but it was
Found it in a box.
I found it years later.
So much metal everywhere. Oh my God, this guy's going to go through. Let him go through. So anyways,
How we met Bob. Bob was an alcoholic on the street.
On the street.
I woke up at 7 this morning, made sandwiches for everyone, vegetarian sandwiches too.
This is Steve Yoder. He's
Hell, Satan, and Night Demon.
These guys are yelling in the back. We're just listening to music, and they're like, "Turn it up!" And I'm like, "I need to hear the GPS."
I used to be handsome. That was a while ago, though. I mean, used to have long hair, really good looking. Then that went, things I can't explain. I can't explain how it went south or why. It did. That's, it's a big disappointment. Bob used to have hair down to here, and you can see the disappointment. You can see the disappointment. You can see.
You know what I think it is? Kids.
And then, what happened here is, we can't even.
It was never there.
I still have hair. I'm the only guy with hair in the band.
Did you think we were going to be boring?
Not at all.
Some people are. Some people are boring.
Some people are.
Don't put this on the interview, but you ever get told you look like Amy
No,
Adams?
Put it on the interview.
Look at smile. She looks like Amy Adams.
Did you have to put your finger right in her
Sorry.
face?
She's not in the
look
camera.
like?
You did.
You
No, I'm looking at you. You look like Amy Adams.
I don't know who that is.
She's
but
an
I will
actress.
let her
I don't know who. I don't know who it is either. I have no idea what the hell he's talking
Look
about.
up Amy Adams.
I'm going to.
Okay, do it. Do it.
Heavy Metal Parking Lot 1 was great. This is going to be better. Too. This is real heavy metal tonight. I need a drink.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Don't edit any of this.
None
You
of
gotta
it.
put the whole thing in.
The whole thing. Do not edit the whole thing.
Okay.
Do not edit. I don't care how stupid I look right
Yeah.
now. Let it run.
pretty dumb right
Let
now.
it run. It's all good. Let it rock. Let it roll. Woo! Woo! Let's go get some beers.
That's my brother.
Long Island KS Gods. You heard it here first.
Rock the Hut.
Rock the Hut.